Namaskar. This is Nicanor Thapa, and you are listening to News Talk, a place for current news over the world and India. Hundreds have died in a month-long agitation in Bangladesh. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has resigned from her position and has fled to India after staying in power for nearly 15 years. What led to this unrest and why did the citizens overthrow the government? How is the unrest going to affect the neighbor India? These are the questions we will look into today. Stay tuned with me for the answers. I spoke to a former Indian Army officer about this unrest, and here is what he said. We are now joined by Colonel Kung Shings Sherpa sir. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, could you please introduce yourself and briefly describe your background?
I am Colonel Kung Shings Sherpa, retired
Yes, sir.
officer from the Indian Army about 3 years back in 2020. And I'm settled down in Kalimpong. And I have an experience of my service almost of 34 years.
That's great to know, sir.
And I studied in Sainik School, then thereafter joined National Defense Academy, then Indian Military Academy, and got commissioned from there. I was an artillery officer. Then thereafter also my last days I spent in National Cadet Corps as commanding officer.
From your perspective, what are the main factors driving the current unrest in Bangladesh, sir?
The main factors which I should say is, if you take it the recent one,
Yes, sir.
if you take the recent one, as we come through media and the news,
Yes, sir.
the very recent is that there was a student unrest on the government's policy on job quota.
Oh, yes, sir.
So there was a big unrest since last 2 months. So that has now come out to become a big movement and all. And we have all know it has resulted in the ouster of the prime minister. She has left the country and all, and the army has taken over temporarily the Bangladesh, and now presently they are in the process of making an interim government. So
Yes.
the process is going on. Everything is going on. However, the recent incidents, if you see, it started off with the students movement who were
Yes, sir.
opposing this job quota,
Yes, sir.
this thing. But however, the people are saying that this is just an excuse. Otherwise, the main reason they are citing is that almost since Sheikh Hasina took over, and since last 1 year, there has been a lot of problems with the Sheikh Hasina government because she has been very little bit stronger on her policies and all.
Yes,
Against
sir.
anybody coming against the government, against her policies, she was coming down heavily on the people. So people were discontented. They were in discontent with the government since last 1 or 2 years.
Oh, okay, sir. So, as you are aware that Bangladesh has faced such situations in the past. Now, compared to those past instances, how is the current situation, sir? How serious is it?
The current situation is very serious.
Yes, sir.
Like Bangladesh was came into existence in 1971 war,
Yes, sir.
and for that our country India was responsible for it. Otherwise, prior to that, it was East Pakistan.
Hmm.
So after it came into existence in 1971, right from that day only, Bangladesh is not as stable as it is supposed to be as expected. So there
Hmm.
has been a lot of in the historical background post 1971, Bangladesh has been having a lot of problems. It was also under army rule. I don't know how many times. Once it was there under army rule. Then the father of the nation, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, I think he was assassinated also, and there
Yes,
has
sir.
been
He
a lot of
was.
violent problems. So Bangladesh was facing a lot of problems right from the beginning till now, and now the situation which has developed in Bangladesh is quite serious.
Yes, sir. It is quite serious. Now, considering the implications for India, so the security concerns that are there for India, what potential security concerns do you foresee for India as a result of the unrest in Bangladesh?
If you say directly security concerns, there isn't much.
Oh, okay, sir.
Though Bangladesh and India almost we are sharing our boundaries almost to an extent of 4,200 kilometers.
Yes,
We are
sir.
sharing the boundary, but direct security concern is not there for India. However, being an immediate neighbor and with such a big boundary, any unstable neighbor is a security concern for our country.
Exactly,
It will
sir.
definitely affect us. There is no doubt about that.
Yes, sir.
Uh, and direct security concerns are not there, but indirect security concerns definitely, uh, like India with his neighbor like Pakistan and China, if they have more influence on Bangladesh, it will be a security concern for us
Yes, sir. So
indirectly.
there aren't any specific border security issues, though, sir.
No, no, we don't have.
Oh, okay, sir. Now, after this unrest, how is it going to impact on the relations, sir?
Uh, India and Bangladesh relationship has been ups. There has been ups and downs.
Yes, sir.
In the beginning, it was good. Then, in between, due to some reason or the other, due to the policies and all, there has been problem in relationships between India and Bangladesh.
Yes, sir.
However, after Sheikh Hasina became the prime minister, the relationship was quite good with India till now. Till the time Sheikh Hasina was there, the relationship had improved a lot.
Yes, sir.
Uh, but now since she has left the country, she has resigned as a PM. The parliament has been dissolved of this thing. Literally now we have to see how the situation develops in Bangladesh. What kind of government is going to come in Bangladesh? What will be the influence of its army on the government? Who all are going to take over? Which party may come? You see, we cannot tell anything now.
Yes, sir.
So whatever develops in Bangladesh, that will determine our relationship with Bangladesh or their relationship with us. At present, we cannot actually say anything. It is in tenterhooks.
Oh, okay, sir. And so, if we look at the defense cooperation, what were the relations that India was previously having with Bangladesh? So,
Defense cooperation, nothing much was there uh, previously because you see, Bangladesh defense potential is very meager.
okay,
The
sir.
Bangladesh defense potential is very meager, so obviously they will be dependent on India. So India can, just help them out on issues of defense and all. So there is no, exchange of any defense potential or defense policies or something like that, because directly Bangladesh is not threatened by any foreign country, because it's all surrounded by India only.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. All right, sir. So, based on your experience, what advice would you give to the current policymakers in India regarding the situation in Bangladesh? Sir?
The basic the advice is wait and see.
Yes, sir, exactly. Even I would like to
Advice
give
is
that advice.
wait and see, because what is happening in Bangladesh is their internal problem.
Yes, sir, exactly.
Till now, people may be saying everything, people may be saying so many things, but on the face of it, what we are seeing is whatever is happening is Bangladesh is their personal internal problems. So they have to sort out their own problem and come out with a solution.
Oh,
So
yes, sir.
till the time they come out with a solution, we'll have to just see, wait and see. And after having, they have come out with some solution, and they have come out with, if some new development takes place, thereafter India have to, as per the new situation, then India will have to react. But we will have to be in touch with Bangladesh. Like our role will be there. It is definitely in the best of the interest of India to keep in touch with Bangladesh, and our involvement, not directly, but influence and our this thing should be there with the Bangladesh.
Yes, sir. So, as we all know that Prime Minister Hasina has fled to India to seek rest. So, do you think India will provide her an asylum or a place of rest for her?
Look, if you take the past history,
Yes,
Sheikh
sir.
Hasina, as a earlier also for 6 years she had taken asylum and stayed in India
Yes, sir.
earlier also.
Okay, sir.
And now also she has that immediate neighbor. She has got very good relations. Her government had very good relations, Bangladesh, with India. So the immediate relief for her was that she has come to India, and she's staying at presently. She physically she is there in India. However, she has been trying for asylum in UK,
Oh,
but the
okay, sir.
latest news says that UK has not given it a welcome.
Oh,
They have cited some reasons. So, what I feel is, in all likelihood, she's going to stay little longer in India
oh,
until things develop, until other options come up for her asylum.
oh, okay, sir. So would you like to give any advice to the public regarding the India-Bangladesh relations during this period of unrest, sir?
You see, public in general is that they have to keep calm.
Yes, sir.
Uh, they should not be, swayed by rumors.
Yes, sir.
Uh, and you see the development and the violence which is taking place in Bangladesh, and the kind of social media messages are coming and all, the
Yes, sir.
people have to be a little bit matured and keep calm, and they should not be swayed away by the social media issues and rumors and all.
Exactly.
uh, but it should not affect our country, because maybe it is a matter of Hindu Muslims and all. Like Bangladesh, the Muslims are being targeted and all. They have been, I think, targeted and all. All these things comes up. The government of India is working on it with the Bangladesh government, that this should not happen, and that they should have control over it. It should not escalate. That is one thing. And it is a problem of Bangladesh's internal problem. They should sort out their own problem. Number one, uh, we can just wait and see, and we can just pray to the God that no more violence should take place, and innocent people should not be harmed.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. It was a wonderful time talking with you, sir.
I think thank you very much, for having me in your podcast.
Yes, sir.
And this is the best. As of now, things are developing. The process is going on. This
Yes,
is the
sir.
best I could, uh, give advice or say my, comments and all. Thank you very much.
I also spoke to our News Talk foreign correspondent who is in Dhaka currently about the situation. This is what he had to say. We are now joined by our News Talk correspondent. He is in Dhaka, the capital city of Bangladesh, right now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome, welcome.
So, correspondent, can you describe the current situation in Bangladesh from your perspective?
The current situation in Bangladesh is like, what can you say? Political violence and all of that. People are getting arrested. Just few hours ago, our information minister
All right.
was arrested
Okay.
by the army,
Okay.
and many Awami League leaders are killed. Sorry, were killed. Are uh, it's it is still going on.
All right. Well, the fact that you are not feeling comfortable to disclose your identity tells all of us that the situation there in Bangladesh currently is definitely not friendly, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, how has the unrest affected your daily life and the lives of those around you?
Like people are affected very much because of like the economy and all of that. People saw like the shootings and all. They are not feeling well at all. They are getting mentally unstable. Many
Okay.
of them are paranoid.
All
The
right.
kids and all of that.
Okay.
Many of them are
And
not getting food also, like from the village side and all of that.
all right. So the
Many of them have
interim
problems.
interim government is the government doing something regarding the uh, ration that you all were getting before? Are you all still getting those?
No, I think so, but there is no news about it till now,
Okay.
because the president is the government now. The president and three of them, the air force, the leader of the air force, the head of the army, and the head of the navy, they are now here with the president,
All right.
and they are planning to dissolve the parliament in 1 or 2 days.
Okay. So uh, since the protesters have actually achieved their motive of overthrowing the government in power, the situation there must have like been really calm today. Is it so honest? Is it so, correspondent?
No, 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 no. It is very tense.
Okay, all right. Because as per the information that I have, their motive was to overthrow the government in power, and they have achieved that, haven't they?
They have, they have.
So, what could be the reason behind the ongoing unrest?
Because the leaders of the opposition parties and all of that, those who were in jail are getting out now. Many
Okay,
of them can be terrorists also. Many of them wants to take revenge now of the past 15 years, but they
okay,
cannot they cannot make unrest without any reason. They have to understand, but they are not understanding.
all right. So, how do you feel about the government's response to the situation?
No, the police is not here in the roads.
Okay,
Like they are also in protest.
all right,
They also have their 9 point demands. Just 5 or 6 minutes ago, I heard about this news.
Oh,
because many of the policemen died.
hmm.
Many of them died, and like they want some rest now because they worked very hard actually to
Okay.
control. But first of all, at first, students didn't understand. Actually, they were not the students. Actually, they were the what can you say? There is sympathizers and all of that. Those who are creating mischiefs and all of that.
All right, since you talked about the news, how are the media covering the events, and do you think their coverage is fair and accurate? I'm talking
Uh,
about the local media of Bangladesh.
yeah.
All right,
But many of them but many of the news channels like are getting one-sided on.
all right. Which side are they taking?
Like they are taking side of the students and all of that oppositions.
Okay, all right. No, now, what are the biggest challenges people are facing because of the unrest?
uh, the economy is getting very low. We suffered like when the prime minister was here in the country. That time only we faced many losses.
Okay,
We lost more than uh, 300 crores
all
in
right.
one of the infrastructure of our metro rail. It was
Okay,
our first metro rail.
okay,
We never had one.
okay,
During the reign of Sheikh Hasina itself, like it was built, but like the goons and all of that, they destroyed it. Many government infrastructures, buildings and all of that, eh, it was destroyed.
okay,
BTV, Bangladesh Television was destroyed
okay.
by the same people, but they were not students. The government also accepted that.
All right. Well, the Prime Minister had stayed in power for around 15 years, but then what
Yeah.
led to the citizens' uproar? What led the citizens to overthrow the government?
There are many of them. The USA is involved. It can be Britain also. It can be other countries also. Those who don't want peace in Bangladesh. But you might be knowing Bangladesh is like middle of India, Myanmar, Nepal, and all of that. You might be knowing, right?
Mm,
And
yes,
that's why Bangladesh is getting now they are like a political football. Everybody is playing with it.
all right. So, have you known anyone who has participated in the protests, or have you yourself participated in the demonstrations?
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right.
Because I'll give you the example of yesterday only. They like the protesters, the students and all of that, they uh, stormed inside the parliament, inside the uh, government infrastructure where prime minister sits and gives speeches and all of that, where the discussion is where the discussion takes place. They stormed that and they looted and they looted most of the things, AC to TV to chair, every single thing they looted. And many of them are feeling ashamed themselves. The students are feeling ashamed. Like why the people are doing like it is our own property. With
Well,
that money only they
well, the
yeah, you can ask the question.
well, the students were saying that they are fighting for democracy.
They are fighting for democracy. I understand that, but at first step only, like they're looting things. Many of the students are like that. Like students were looting and taking things unnecessary. It was very unnecessary.
All right.
Now the
So
students are getting like the students are like getting divided among themselves now.
okay. Now, what changes do you hope to see as a result of this unrest in future? Do you think the situations are going to get better or worse?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it because like till now the media is saying the discussions are happening and that, but we don't know anything what will happen in the future, who will come in power. And now we heard like the students want Dr. Yunus, Nobel Nobel Prize winner, to
All
be
right.
the head of the government.
Do you think that's a correct
But
decision?
many of them are not supporting it. Yeah,
Do,
can you ask
do,
again?
do you think the majority citizens of Bangladesh are supporting that decision of making Dr. Yunus as the next head of the country?
The students, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, um, how do you think the international community's role should be in addressing the situation in Bangladesh right now?
First of all, like the international media should
Yes.
not like give fake messages to the
Mm,
world.
all right.
Actually,
All
the
right.
international community should not like get involved in our politics.
Hmm.
Should not get involved uh, in anything of our country.
All right.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Actually,
Uh, What do you think they should be showing? Like, what do you think is the reality there right now?
the Bangladesh.
Yes.
The reality. What can you say? Like, uh, if you see the roads and all of that, you can see the people roaming around and all. But if you look at their faces properly, they're in way like they're in tension. They're looking here and there because at any moment anything can happen. Nobody knows.
All right.
Goons and all can come, like vandalize and all of that. Nobody knows anything.
Okay. So, do you think the interim government is taking actions that will make the
No,
situation
no, no,
better?
no, no. Like the interim government is like, what can you say? The I gave you the example, right? Just a few minutes ago. Like the people stormed the Gana Bhavan and all of that, Parliament and all of that,
Yes.
and like the army did not retaliate at all. The army, police, neither RAB, neither anyone was not there at all.
Uh, they must have been
Anyone
outnumbered,
was
I
not there.
guess.
Just today, I'm saying you, our Nagar Bhavan, where all the papers are there, or where all the important papers are there, where all people come, okay,
All right.
like many important papers, many important things are there for the people, for the benefit of people. They burned the whole building today.
All right. That's great. I mean, like, thank you so much for joining us, correspondent, and giving us valuable insight on the current situation there in capital city Dhaka. We will look forward to hearing more from you in future. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome.
So the situations are definitely developing very rapidly in Bangladesh. Stay tuned for more updates in future. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. To know more about the podcast, do visit our website and the link will be there in the description below. Stay safe and goodbye.